All right, we're live,
There
but
you go. I
unmute
think we're
yourself.
live.
Uh, Coach Clyde, Coach Stefan, Coach Nikki, you can unmute.
Yeah,
So
it's
this
a
is the banter portion, the
Yeah.
countdown to the show.
Right, guys. This
Hey,
is going to be a very, very special show. We have very special guests.
all the way from the Netherlands to
Yes.
Batangas to El Nido. We've got care of Coach Clyde.
Yes. Coach Clyde brought these two special guests, to challenge us over the weekend, which actually happened to you, Iba, and to me.
You know what? Um, Dude, why did you pick this photo? I blame you for the episode art.
Because you
Kim
said,
took all the
um,
photos.
yeah, you were tired, bro.
And hold on, let me share.
Yeah, I did. I did. I shared. So, how's the weather now in El Nido, coach?
That's pretty good. It's warm and it's a little bit windy, so that's nice. Yesterday it was very hot.
Oh,
Today it was nice,
all right.
especially in the sea. Especially in the sea, yeah.
Well, good for you. You're in the beach. We are out here
Yeah,
in the city
yeah.
working.
That's all.
Right, 30 seconds more. Maki, where have you been, bro?
Is Mackie back?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Ni-share ko na.
Elite riding program with Motorclyde and Motorcursussen from the Netherlands in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What makes Castrol the number one selling lubricant brand?
Castrol is constantly improving its products to deliver the best performance each and every time. It's down to Castrol determination to continue to improve their products, which make the best solution for all scooters and motorcycles.
The world's number one selling lubricant brand for two-wheeled vehicles, trusted by MotoGP teams.
Welcome to the show, guys. I'm sorry. I grab a bite. Right.
Hi, thank you.
We're live now, Tunay Rider. And here on the show, we have two very special guests. These two guests were brought to us by this guy above me, Coach Clyde. Um, we have here Coach Nikki van der Speck and Coach Stefan Moorkeken from the Motorcursussen from the Netherlands. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you. Glad to be here. Yeah, really.
Mhm. And also joining us is the main man, Iba Bernardo. Maki should be back in a little bit. He's just out there. Bro, right, so
Wait,
guys,
let's introduce them first, right? Because
yeah,
these are some of the most experienced,
accomplished. Yeah.
accomplished riders we've ever had on the show. In 200 plus episodes, I don't think we've ever had anyone of their caliber. So we gotta hype this up. We gotta hype this up. Okay,
You
No
gotta read
pressure.
those accomplishments, bro. Go ahead.
all right. I will start off with Coach Nikki Vanderspeck, um, BMW off-road instructor and tour guide, off-road instructor at the BMW Enduro Park in Hetchlingen, Germany. So that's like the center, right? That is the place. Um,
The Mecca.
European female champion, Moto Gymkhana 2016. So I hope you join one of Coach Clyde's Gymkhana courses and his events because Coach Clyde
Yeah.
does these things all the time. And we've also okay. This is epic. 2020 GS Trophy in New Zealand. She joined the 2020 GS Trophy in New Zealand. GS Trophy, for people who don't know, is this yearly event held by BMW where it's not just about riding, it is everything to do with adventure riding. Like there are tasks, it's not just a ride. You gotta take apart your bike, put it together, do like crazy things. It's not all about riding. And that is one of the things that I wish I could participate in. Not only did she do it in 2020, but she also did it again as a media writer for the Dutch GS Trophy team in 2022 in Albania.
That's
Yes.
amazing.
That was a
These are
tough
all
one.
bucket list things. Awesome. And then we've got Coach Stefan Morkerken, uh, also a BMW off-road instructor and tour guide, also off-road instructor at BMW Enduro Park in Hetchlingen. Again, the center of the BMW universe. Um, but that's not all. This is super cool, and I just found out about it now because I thought it was when Coach Clyde said it. I thought it was motorcycle training, maybe, or but no, you're the driving instructor at the Dutch Police Academy. That- Again, when you
Very
guys
cool
come back,
accomplishments.
Coach Clyde, we gotta do that with like I don't know with the PNP or something. Can we do a session on that, Coach Clyde?
That can be arranged. Why not?
Philippine
Um,
National Police.
all right. So going on, Red Bull knockout participant in 2017, the beach race. Coach for the Bahrain Dakar team in 2019 through 2020 with HT Rally Raid. And Dakar is the only MotoGP, a motorsport that I'm passionate about. So that is like the one I watch every year. And I think you'll be here when the car starts, right? Maybe we
Yeah,
can watch it
yeah,
together. Yeah.
yeah. We should. We
Yeah.
should.
And they have done epic rides all over from the Netherlands down to Cape Town, South Africa on Honda Africa Twins. It was a 3.5 month adventure. The most I've ever done is 19 days because when I did that, when I got back, I got fired. So 3.5 months, man, that's awesome. So we're very, very lucky to have them here. And the only reason we have them here is because of Coach Clyde. Thank you, Coach Clyde.
Welcome. And of course, our Motorclyde Training Center. The rest of the
Yes.
team, yes.
Right.
And we've got
Coach
Mackie
Clyde.
back from Mindanao, from his
Welcome back,
2 week
Mackie.
adventure in Mindanao
and China.
and China. That's right.
You were,
Yeah,
doing
Pahinga.
your,
I have
you
no
were doing
rest.
your own little adventure, bro.
No,
We
that's
need to
why
do an
my
episode on Mackie next week. Mindanao and then the CF Moto China trip.
my visa is already expired, so I am home arrest.
Oh, really?
No, in the Philippines, when you ask your partner, your spouse, if you can ride, we call it getting a visa. and
Yeah.
sometimes it gets
Yeah,
approved,
yeah.
sometimes it doesn't. So Matty was a refugee. His
Yeah.
visa was
Ah,
denied.
I cannot
ah.
I cannot leave the house. I have a chain on my hand.
Oh, that's where I'm lucky because I have an ongoing visa for the rest of my life. So
Yeah. All
Multiple
right.
visa.
Multiple entry.
Amazing.
multiple entry. Yeah.
Because I just came
Amazing.
from Mindanao. I had a series of events there. Shout out to Norman Ring Motorbikes because they opened their Ducati dealership in Zamboanga.
Nice.
Wow. And it
Yeah.
was also
I
the birthday of John D, right?
Yes. Yeah, we went to Siargao for 2 days, and then there's a new organization that's formed in Mindanao. It's called the MCBBC. So if you think of LMFI for Luzon, there's already Mindanao Confederation of Big Bike Riders in Mindanao. So if people want to ride in Mindanao, the clubs will welcome you. They will join you, and they will ride with you with wherever you want in Mindanao. So that's
Coach
good news.
Coach Clyde, have you thought about bringing Coach Nikki and Coach Stefan outside of Metro Manila, outside of Batangas, and going to other islands with beautiful resorts and doing
Yeah.
the training there?
Yeah,
That
yeah. I like that. I like that. Yeah.
We can hook you up. We can hook you up. Yeah.
that's our plan. Hopefully, they
Ah,
are coming on the first month of 2025.
so
Yeah.
Cebu would be great.
They've
That's a
been to
nice
Cebu.
area.
And then Mindanao also, probably
Davao,
in
Cagayan de
Davao and
Oro.
Cagayan. Yes.
All right, we've
Somebody
Looking
got your
said,
forward to
whole
that.
year planned, Coach Nikki, Coach
somebody
Stefan.
said, dito sa Bukidnon naman, coach. Oh, see, people want you to come to
Deep.
Mindanao. Fitz
So
said,
Bukidnon is
Bukidnon is
Mindanao.
very mountainous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful riding.
Oh
yeah.
wow. Sounds good.
All right. With that, guys, let me throw the first question for everyone else watching now. Um, for you, Coach Stefan, Coach Nikki, and Coach Clyde, how long have you three been riding? We're curious to know that.
Oh, I've been riding. I've been riding motocross since I was 14.
Mhm.
And then at 18, I got first my driver's license for the car. And then immediately after that, I got my motorcycle license. And yeah, I haven't stopped since then. I've always been riding motorcycles.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I started at the age of 18, so I'm now riding for 17 years. And my parents didn't have anything with motorcycles, but since I was a little girl, I was always playing with cars and garages and small motorbikes instead of dolls and Barbies. So finally, when I was 18, I had a chance with this one as a driver instructor to get my motorcycle license. And 2 years after that, I became an instructor. So that's why we're here now.
And then after 2 years, when did you decide to compete?
He was doing a course with with the police academy and with all the riding instructors. And I just had my license for a few weeks. And he said, you can join us and come with us. And I was like, yeah, no way. Because they are all experienced riders. And I was just riding for a few weeks or maybe a month. And he said, no, you can do it. No problem. And then I went to the course.
It
And
was a supermoto course.
it was a supermoto course, yes. And I was faster as most of the instructors.
Yeah.
I was really surprised about that. And the one who was giving the course, he was a Dutch and European champion. He said, you have to come to and do competitions. But at that point, I didn't have money for a bike. I was just 18. And then I was looking for a sponsor. and I found one, and he was providing me a supermoto, a bike for 2 years, and yeah, so that's where the competitions were starting.
Coach Stefan, did you see talent right away? Because you were the one
Yes,
who told her to compete.
yes,
Like,
yeah,
was she like a
Yeah.
natural?
yes. Natural talent. I saw it immediately. We started doing in Holland. You have to do some exercises for an exam. You have to do on-road exam and you have to do like exercises exam. And she did the exercises the first time and already had the foot pegs on the ground. And I was telling her, "Whoa, you're going too fast. Take it easy. Take it easy." But then I already saw, okay, this girl's talented, and yeah, that's why I helped her also get in the supermoto course, and she performed really good in it. And since then, been better and better. So
Thank you.
And
Okay,
here we are now.
you know what I realized? You guys have an advantage over Filipinos, and that is your first mode of transportation generally. And correct me if I'm wrong, is bicycles, right?
yeah,
Everybody knows how to ride a bicycle. In the
that's true.
Philippines, that's not necessarily true because of the traffic. I mean, you've seen the city. There's no real safe
Yeah,
place to learn how
No.
to ride a bicycle.
Yeah.
no, Holland, the Netherlands is really a bicycle country. We even have special lanes only for bicycles in cities and throughout the whole Netherlands. You have paths that only bicycles can come. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I can. Well, 99% of the children in the Netherlands, they can ride a bicycle. And yeah, you're right. That's a big advantage because you don't have to learn to balance because most of the people already know how to do that. So yeah, we got a big advantage concerning
Yeah.
motorcycle riding.
Yes.
Coach Clyde, I have a question. In the Philippines, how many people have gone to your training without knowing how to ride a bicycle?
There are couples of riders, like maybe two or three.
And
Uh,
that's mind blowing for
Mostly
me.
ladies.
That's mind blowing for me that you don't know how to ride a bicycle and you go straight to a motorcycle. Like it, right?
Yes, it's
Yeah, yeah.
very challenging because the minimum requirement for us, it should be the know-how to balance a bicycle or to ride a bicycle. Even in Saudi, I met some couple of riders, but then she told me that she knows how to ride bicycle, but then it was a tricycle, three wheel.
Oh,
So it took us like 2 weeks for her to master the balance and then go on the big bike right away. But it was challenging. Now she's my assistant coach there in Jeddah. She's
right.
coaching now for 2 years.
So you can learn how to ride a motorcycle without knowing how to ride a bicycle. You just have to
And
go to Coach
sometimes,
Clyde.
no, sometimes they don't know how to ride bicycle, but they do know how to ride a horse.
Huh? You don't
Yes,
need to
Horse.
balance
Yeah,
a
makes sense.
horse.
it has a
Makes
balance.
sense. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it gives balance as well. Ask Coach Nikki because she's a horse rider also.
Oh, really?
She's an
Yeah.
equestrian rider.
Yeah, and as a horse
Oh,
rider, you have to ride without tension, because if you tense a lot, then it's going wrong with the horse most of the time. So yeah, the same is for a bike, riding a motorcycle. No,
But the bike doesn't feel it if you're tense.
no, but steering and everything gets a little bit difficult. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Maybe the response, yeah.
Oh wait, I'm gonna. Henorio. Henorio said, "Kala ko replay hiwa-hiwalay ang tropa." So Henorio, this is the first time we're doing this in a long time. So if there are any audio issues, we're all remote. Because one, I don't want to ask Coach Clyde to drive all the way to Pasig from Santo Tomas, Batangas, and two, our guests here deserve their El Nido vacation. So we didn't want to intrude on that. We're already bothering them in El Nido tonight, but
No
so
problem.
that's why we're doing it in this format today.
Yeah.
Right.
Go King.
Okay. With your Coach Clyde, you want to share your riding background also? How long have you been riding?
Okay, I've been riding since college, but I've learned when way back high school during 14 years old. And then I got my own bike in college. It's an automatic bike. And then I got my first bike when I was already an OFW in Jeddah, way back
Mm,
2012. And then when I got the big bike, it's not the same as the normal bike, like below, it's like 110 cc. It's a totally different bike when you get a higher cc and a heavier bike. You need more training, proper training, because it compromises your safety. And it's not even easy to lift the bike, especially if you don't know really the proper technique. So I got curious with that. I learned a lot from my different international coaches,
yeah.
and one of them is Coach Stefan when I met him in Saudi.
All right,
Oh
Coach
wait,
Clyde.
I have a question. Coach Toto is watching, and he went to Germany to train. Did you guys ever train Coach Toto when? Because he's the local
Yes.
BMW Motorrad instructor, Toto
Okay. Yeah,
Villanueva.
but you have different kind of instructors. You have the on-road instructor, BMW Motorrad certified, and you have the off-road instructor. So I don't know if he's off-road or on-road.
I think he's both. He's also
Oh, both.
well, I'm not. Yeah, yeah. I think he's both. Right, Toto? And then, of course, my art Gino Rufino is asking if there is a raffle. Are you raffling anything tonight, Coach Clyde? A date with Gino.
To follow, to follow.
To follow the
We can on your next episode we'll give you a voucher for free training. Part of the group. Yes,
Oh,
Oh
yes,
that would be
wow!
nice.
yes.
I'm
Hindi
gonna use
pupunta
it.
yan. Mainitan yan. Ayaw ni Jean na initan.
All right. With that, Coach Clyde, Coach Nikki, Coach Stefan, this got me curious, right? Coach Clyde, you're from the Philippines. You worked in Saudi. You guys, Nikki and Stefan, you're from the Netherlands, from the Europe, all over Europe. You were traveling. How did you three got to know each other?
Well, I have my one of my mentor and a coach, Coach Teo. He trained me 2014, and when I discovered that Coach Stefan also is also from the police academy, and they are colleagues. Actually, his mentor. Coach Stefan trained me way back 2018 on February for adventure level 1 and 2 in Riyadh. So even if I'm Jeddah, I need to travel by plane and got a hotel for 2 days just for this training because I'm really keen to advance more on my learnings and improve myself well. And I didn't realize that I will become a coach. And now I brought them here just to level up and continue training.
That's amazing, Coach. Even for us here in the Philippines, just so you know, Coach Stefan, Coach Nikki, Batangas is quite far. We have to travel all the way there to just to learn. That's how eager we are. But from there, what year was this, Coach Clyde?
2018 of February.
Right. So you just kept in touch, and when you got
We kept
Motorclyde Training
communicating.
Center
Yes,
rolling
yes,
in Batangas, you three have reconnected and you brought them here.
yes. That's true. And we are privileged that they gave us this chance to impart
Mm.
their knowledge and to be partner with Motorclyde from the Motorcursussen company. Yes,
Mhm.
Coach Clyde. I think this is more for you, but Henorio Reyes is asking. I guess the challenge to the organizers of these training programs is how to make it accessible and affordable to the massa rider, particularly in the low displacement categories. That's a very good question because
Yeah,
majority of the riders are um,
big
not
bike
the
riders.
ones that can really afford a big bike, right? Is this
yes.
training one, is this training for them? And two, is there stuff that maybe you are doing that
Yes.
educates riders?
Actually, in the school, yeah, we do have a program for a lower CC, and sometimes we conduct our safety talk and different LGUs, and also some companies and corporates are getting us to conduct a safety seminar, or do we call it safety talk, without a direct training, just a seminar for like 2 hours and a half. And then we do have a program for scooters, group training, and beginners also for the scooters, not just for the beat bike. So we are also very flexible for in terms of the market and in respect to the different riders category. We are so
Yeah.
supportive for them.
Yeah, let me just share, Iba, Coach Nikki, Coach Clyde, Maki. Um, the Motorclyde Training Center, I've been hosting a lot of their events. And I've hosted their event with the Philippine Air Force. There are a lot of riders in the Philippine Air Force, by the way. They've had contests there, like skills contest. I I've also found out that they've been training local government units, right, Coach Clyde? So
Yes.
that's how flexible learning is with Motorclyde Training Center. It's not specifically for big bikes. It's not specifically for on-road and off-road for your big bikes, but also for the daily riders, even for the a rider with zero knowledge, they can teach you.
Yeah.
And so there
Mhm.
you go, Henorio. Coach Clyde is doing a lot of stuff like that. But I think when it comes to big bikes and adventure bikes, this is where the level up of Coach Stefan and Coach Nikki come in. Now,
Mm.
I have a question, Coach Stefan, Coach Nikki. Which of you trained King?
Both of them.
Yeah, both.
Yeah, both.
Yeah, we did both. Yeah.
Okay. Can you, and then I know Coach, King did 2 days of the training, the on road, which I want to do next time, and the off road. And Coach Nikki was my coach on the off road. If you were gonna give us constructive and honest criticism, because we didn't get the debrief after the event, so feel free to be to be critical, because that will help us learn. How can we improve our riding? What did you see that was good, and how can we improve? Oh,
Coach Nikki.
I think it. I think the El Nido.
Yeah,
Oh, there you
sorry.
go.
Oh, there you go.
We were cut off. We were cut off. We were back again. Okay, Nikki.
Oh,
Riding.
oh no. I think that's on purpose. They don't wanna. They don't wanna grade us.
No, no, no. It's not on purpose. It's not on purpose.
Oh, there you go.
Production is done.
So what's the question again, Iba?
So if you could give us constructive criticism or a grade, how would you grade us?
Now, first of all, I want to give compliments about your willing to learn, really, because both of you were really, really to learn and was open for comments and feedback. So that's always a good thing. And I think both of you really enjoyed the ride. It looked like you had a lot of fun, and also a little bit exhausted sometimes, maybe. Staying in the grass, taking a break, yeah.
Iba.
No, but yeah. No, but really good, both of you. And if you want to become a better off-road rider, you can also practice already on the tarmac, because being a good off-road rider, it starts always with clutch, throttle, and brake control. And if you are good in the slow turns and you practice that a lot, that helps you a lot in riding off-road. Because with the technical stuff or the difficult parts, you need a lot of control, and it always starts with that. So, of course, in one day off-road, we can make you a Dakar rider. But yeah, you have to think for it. We can see it in the training, and keep practicing, and then maybe we see you in Dakar or something.
That would be great. For me, I was really impressed with you, King. Riding on this big Triumph bike with a low center of gravity and
Rocket.
the Rocket, and brilliant bike, by the way. But I was really impressed how you handled this bike. It's very good, and you can see you already have a good skill level. So the thing is, we can point out little things, and you immediately did it. So yes, I'm very proud of you guys.
Yeah, really.
Thank
Now,
you.
job.
And of
wait, I
course,
have one
Iba,
more
shout out
question.
to Triumph Motorcycles for lending
Yeah,
me these magnificent
Yeah.
bikes. Boss Owen,
Yes.
hi.
I have one. I have one question. So we've got Coach Mel watching. Can same question,
Hi,
but
Coach.
with Coach Mel.
Same question with Coach Mel. No,
Yeah, yeah.
but it was the same thing. You can see Mel has a lot of skills, and I think if I would participate in a training with Mel, he would give me pointers also, and that's nothing to do with who's better, but it has everything to do with somebody looking at you from the outside and seeing these little things that you can work on. And even Nikki and I do it sometimes. When we do a training, we look at each other and we just say, maybe your position should be a little bit more like this, or and that works. And I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
So even coaches with each other can learn a lot from each other. And it doesn't have to be the same skill level. You don't have to be at a higher skill level. But if you're a good coach, you can see what somebody can improve on, and I think that's what happened, and I think that's very good.
And learning never stops.
Yeah,
Keeps
Coach
learning
going.
Mel
never stops. Like,
commented, "Thank you, Stefan. I love you."
Thank
you know what?
you.
Just so you know, I was able to capture a few photos of Coach Mel airborne, like half of
Yeah,
Coach Stefan's body height. He was really high up there, jumping the huge Triumph Tiger 900, and that
yeah,
was really amazing to witness.
yeah. It was. He did
Ah,
very good.
cool photos. Yeah.
Now, going
Mhm.
back to Coach Mel. Coach Mel has trained me also, and he's a great coach. He's got an awesome energy, but he also was able to park his ego and park and be, to
Be
learn.
the student.
And that shows you how mature he is as a coach, always wanting to improve as well.
I think that's one of the most important things you're talking about now. When we did the train the trainer the first day we got into the Philippines at Motorclyde, we talked about the exact same thing. We talked about it. If you're a coach, you also need to be humble and try to learn and learn and learn, because the learning never stops, never. If it's physical skills, mental skills, but also coaching skills, it's very important. And you said you had to be humble. I think a good coach has to be humble, because there's always someone out there better than you, and that's okay. That doesn't matter. As long as you are a good coach and you coaching skills, then you can help other people, and I think that's what it's all about.
Yeah,
You don't have to
I
be a
agree.
world champion.
You don't have to,
I
and
agree.
not being a good rider doesn't mean you're a good teacher.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yes.
Wait, Coach Stefan. Earlier I was a little um, our line got cut when I asked this question about the mental skills.
Yeah.
We always constantly improve our physical riding skill. But can you expound more? What is the meaning of mental riding skill for everyone
I
watching with
think
us?
Yeah, I think mental skills has everything to do with once you're out there in the traffic, do you know where the accidents occur, how the accidents occur, what is your stopping distance at what speed? So, for example, if you get a participant doing a track training and they can do it with 80 kilometers an hour in a normal way, and now I'm going to learn them to do it with 100 or even 120 kilometers an hour. So then physical skills went up, but what happens when they go into traffic? They're going faster. So
Yeah.
all the problems will get up to them faster. So you always have to address the mental skills also. You always have to tell these people, now listen, you're going faster. So your stopping distance, etc., etc. You all have to think about it. So it's not only getting your knee on the ground, it's also can you brake? For example, when we got people at the police academy and we had to make a high-speed emergency brake, they were coming up to me and I said, "We're going to do a high-speed emergency brake." And then they said, "Okay, how fast do I need to go?" And I said, "Well, what's the fastest you have ever ridden?" And they said, "Yeah, 200 kilometers an hour." I said, "Okay, let's start there." And then they said, "Whoa, please,
Wow.
coach, can I start with 100 kilometers an hour?" And I said, "Why? If you're willing to do 200 kilometers an hour on the road, you also have to make an emergency stop. And if you're
Yeah.
not willing to make an emergency stop at 200 kilometers an hour, then you shouldn't be riding 200 kilometers an hour." So I think that explains the mental thing. Yeah, so you have to be good at both sides.
Coach Clyde, I think we should do activity of stopping,
Nice.
high speed stopping.
Yeah,
Coach
we'll do it
Stefan, you gave Mackie an idea.
both on road and off road.
No, I know what to do, but I don't know about other people because it's the main cause of accident is people speed up, but they don't know how to stop their bike.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's
Right.
common causes of accidents.
Mhm. With that, Maki, let me. I think that brought me to my next question. Right. How is it like to train Filipino students or Filipino learners compared to the other countries that you've been to?
Yeah, I think they're really, really friendly, open-minded, really willing to learn, but they also are very polite. And if you come with them with some feedback, they will thank you like 10 times for it. And in other countries, especially Europe, that's not normal the standards what we are used to. So for teaching, it's really nice because they're really listening and they want to improve themselves. So yeah, for me, it was a lot of fun to do it.
Right. How's Iba as a listener?
Even Iba was
Yeah.
really good at
Okay.
it. Yeah.
How about for you, Coach Stefan? What are your observations from your Filipino students?
Yeah, well, I think Nikki said the most already. But yeah, it's really like that. There is no, at least I didn't see it. There is no, I don't know, like a macho thing, you know? Like, look at me, look what I can do. Because in the rest of the world, I have to be honest, sometimes we get people to a training and all they want is for me to tell them how good they are. And here in the Philippines, no one. Everybody was really like, "I'm here to learn and I'm willing to accept your feedback. I'm going to listen to it and I want you to help me with knowledge and skills." And that's a very good thing. And for us coaches, that makes it, yeah, really a lot of fun to do your work like that. So thanks for that, everybody. Thank you so much.
Yes.
It's because Mackie was in Mindanao.
He was there.
Iba did not have a choice.
Oh,
about for
Henorio
you,
has another
Coach?
good question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is there a big difference among lady European and Filipino riders? Because I think it's more common for there to be big bike riders in Europe than in the Philippines. I guess it's for Nikki.
Yeah. No, it's not different. Yeah, we have more female riders in Europe or like America or where else.
But not in Saudi.
Not in Saudi. Yeah, not in
There are
Saudi.
also they started
Oh,
riding.
really?
Some ladies, yes.
Oh, wow.
To push their boundaries a little bit further. And I think it's the same in Europe. And most of the time they start a little bit insecure about themselves, but they improve a lot and they make big steps during the training. So no, it's not a big difference. The only thing is we have more riders, and I
Yeah.
think it takes some time, but here it will also come. Hopefully.
Yeah.
I,
Because
I agree. I can see the
in
growth.
the Philippines, there are a lot of female riders outside of the metros, outside of the urban centers, because that's the only way you can get around. But they're all in small displacement bikes. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think a bigger bike is more a hobby thing. You want
Yeah.
to do it because you make a long traveling or something like that. And with the smaller bike, it's more coming from A to B, and
Yep.
it's really
Yep.
necessary vehicle to to have
The
around
work.
with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully, yeah, it will become a more a hobby thing also for the female riders here.
Mhm. How about I think I'll jump to my next question, guys. What's different teaching here in the Philippines compared to the other countries that you've gone around to? Like the weather, is it does it make it a lot harder?
Or the terrain maybe.
Yeah.
So earlier we were talking about culture and how people accepted the criticism, but or logistics. I mean, we've got horrible roads. There's a lot
Traffic.
of challenges, traffic, etc.
Oops.
connection.
Oh,
So
Coach
yeah,
Mike,
there is good.
go ahead.
That makes a big difference. If you look at even the infrastructure in Europe, every country is different, and for motorcyclists and for us as coaches, it is really important to understand these infrastructures. How do things work here? Because if you would ride in Holland like you are doing here in the Philippines, like I am doing here in the Philippines,
You get thrown
that
in
will be a,
jail.
a lot different. Yeah, probably, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Mm.
Yeah.
That you really have to adapt to it. So things we can teach on-road skills in traffic in the Netherlands, we do adapt to another kind of road use. For example, Saudi or Philippines or France or even Spain,
Yeah, and also the weather.
and also the weather. Yeah.
It's warm, it's humid. In Europe, it's way more like fresh air, much cooler. But it's not only tough for us, but also for the students because if they do off-road riding or on-road, it doesn't matter. After like 20 minutes, you can see already. Okay, they're getting a little bit exhausted and they need some drink. So it's really important to stay hydrated during the training, and not only for us but also for the students. So yeah, more breaks during the training, and that helps a lot, of course. And some rain.
Mhm. Right. How about for you, Coach Clyde? You've also taught on other countries like Saudi, right? How is it different to teach there compared to here in the Philippines?
Okay, as Coach Stefan and Nikki mentioned, it's not just about the people, but the climate affects our training. Most of my private coaching are done at night because I love my job after work, because
ah,
I have a day job, and it became my passion to teach and helping people, almost 1,000 that we have trained there. And here in the Philippines, because of the distance, you cannot do some different days, because in Saudi, I train people on 5 days. Like for the first day, you do one session for just an hour for you to relax and recover for your muscle memory. But here in the Philippines, in our place, you need to finish it for one day. So we were able to come up with a module that it has to be done within a day, because they are traveling from faraway distance and then going to Motorclyde in Batangas, Santo Tomas. Some of our students are from Bataan, Pampanga. They just
wow.
really have to come and visit Motorclyde. And some are taking executive training course like 3 days. So from basic beginner, they take the intermediate and advanced for 3 days, and that goes with the ride out. So the place also affect, and the culture wise. Saudi people are also loving people, but you make sure some riders they have also a language barrier that you make sure that you can speak the local dialect or language. For me, in the Philippines, I can adapt to Bisaya. I do know how to speak in Bisaya, especially when we train in Visayas and Mindanao. We can adapt, but mostly, yeah, it's about give finding a way and solution for their problem to learn.
Mm. So thank you, coaches. With that, I guess we have a very good question here. For students, how long do they last in colder weather before exhaustion sets in? We don't get that here, but of course in Europe you get that. Coach Clyde in Saudi at
You
night
get
it
that also,
becomes
yeah.
cold. Yeah. How is it if it's cold?
We do adventure ride off-road motocross courses. In the winter, people come up to us and they say, "Oh, we're still gonna do it because it's only 4 degrees." And to be honest, 4 degrees is the best temperature to do like off-road or motocross because you don't get heat exhaustion that quick. And even in the Netherlands, when it's 25 degrees, we have the same thing. After 20 minutes, we just have to stop to drink because it's for a lot of people, it's new. And the thing with off roading is you want to be relaxed on the bike. But when you start doing off road, it's like you have to be cold
Four
Well,
degrees, that's only our refrigerator.
colder climate.
And
no,
we have other
so,
things. Eh? We have like thermoclothes, even
Oh,
Yeah, actually, you
we don't
can
need it
walk.
for in the Philippines, but we love it.
yeah, so you have the right gear. You can take it off. You can
Yeah,
actually layer and adapt to the weather
yeah,
easier.
it's,
Players.
yeah.
Um, Coach Clyde, Coach Nikki, Coach Stefan. There were a few of us who are very, very lucky to have you as our coaches. Um, I'm wondering, will other riders have the opportunity to be coached by such elite coaches?
yes, we have a future plan after 6 months. By second week of January, we are planning already for them to get back here in the Philippines. So we did 4 days, but we're
January.
planning to have a 5 days. We will do the train the trainers open for future coaches, and they will have a good benefit, and they will be coming here yearly as our partnering school, and we will have also a trail course with them. So we will, and we have also again the adventure and on the on road. So it's going to be a 5 days training. Looking forward to see them again here. So watch out for the announcement.
So how can people avail?
Yes, they can contact to Motorclyde Training Center or the Motorclyde page. So we have our admin, Miss Des. Uh, we can accommodate all your questions, and we can give you the right course for you. For further details, yes, we can communicate with that. We'll
And
give you
Mm.
more posters and announcement.
will there be special training in El Nido as well?
That can be arranged.
We've got a
That'll
lot
be
of friends in Palawan. Gino can set it up for you.
Yeah.
There are a lot
Cool.
of great riders there. Diba, Coach Clyde? We have
Yes,
so many friends there.
we were there in March. Yes, last March.
That would be fun. That would be fun. But here you go. Before we wrap up, Iba, I just want to ask Coach Nikki and Coach Stefan right here. Um, what is your definition of a real rider? As the show's name implies, Tunay na Rider, that means real rider. For you guys, what is a real rider? Coach Stefan, begin.
Well, that's an easy question. As we said in the Train the Trainers day, for us, our vision of a real rider is that rider that feels comfortable on his or her bike, and
Oh no.
is not afraid to be riding because they already
Oh no, El Nido internet.
Let's wait for
Do not
Coach Stefan
afraid
to come
now.
back.
They said do not be afraid because your
Fear is the
skill.
I
mind
think we're
killer.
back, right?
Oh, there
Yeah.
you
Yes,
are. You're
yeah.
back. All
Go
right.
ahead, Coach.
There we are again. No, I think if you're able to go out and don't worry about your riding, because your skills are there and you are a safe rider. And I don't care if you're like skill 6 or skill 10, that doesn't matter. But if you're safe and um, uh, you feel good on your bike and everything that can be brought to you on your road, um, then for me you're a real rider. And I think Nikki agrees with me. I hope.
Yeah. I think you're a good rider when you're a skilled rider, but also when the mental part is there. Because I prefer a rider who goes slow to the turn because he knows he's not that skilled enough to do like an emergency brake or something like that, or he thinks it's afraid. So adapt your speed to your skill level. I think that's really important. And but also to know, okay, where do accidents occur? How is it happening normal? Do they see me? How can I react on the traffic? And that helps a lot. So a good rider is for me a safe rider who has a lot of fun on his bike.
Nice.
All right. How about you, Coach Clyde? Has your
How do you
definition
define
changed?
a real rider, Coach Clyde?
Like what I mentioned in the previous episode, the tunay na rider or the real rider is someone who can ride on two wheels with more discipline and responsible rider on the street, regardless of any different motorcycle category. And those who would like to learn more.
All right. And now that's these are great definitions. Before we close the show, Coach Clyde,
Yes,
is
please.
there anybody else you want to thank for helping bring Coach Stefan and Coach Nikki to the
Yes, first of
Philippines?
all,
Because
I'd like to thank my team, Motorclyde Training, Motorclyde International Incorporated, and the board. They approved my request in bringing Coach Stefan and Nikki here in the Philippines, and of course to Coach Nikki and Stefan, they never hesitated to say yes to me, and that's really an honor. And of course to our partnering sponsors, Triumph, Coach Uh, Mr. Willie T10, of course, very supportive to us, Auto Hub, and of course our GM Owen, New Neymar, Madam Mitch, and Fabi, of course, and the rest of the team. Moto ACCS, Ride Manila, Standard Insurance, Royal Moto, WWR, headed by Kenneth Tan, Lifestyle on Wheel, CF Moto, especially Joe and Luke, who participated also, and the Road Tag. That's it.
Right.
all
I'd
right.
also like to thank Triumph Motorcycles Philippines for allowing me to ride the Triumph Rocket 3 for my on-road course and the Bulletproof Scrambler 1200 in my off-road course. Thank you, Jim Owen. Thank you, Boss Willie Titan.
How about you guys, Stefan, Nikki? You want to thank the people in your resort for bringing you some pina coladas and some shakes?
Yeah. No, we really wanna give thanks to the team of Motorclyde for getting us over here. It was a real experience for us also. Of course, Triumph Motorcycles that landed us the brilliant Triumph 1200. But what everybody's forgetting, thank you guys for all the things you're doing for the Philippine rider community because I think it's amazing. And I think there are a lot of people in the world that wish they had guys like you in their country. So thank you
Thank you so
very,
much.
very much.
Yeah. We never get so many Facebook requests as
Yeah, as this week. Yeah,
yeah, really a lot. And also Spider for the helmet and Troy Lee
yeah.
for the shirts. Owen, thank you very much to let me ride the amazing Tiger. It was a really nice experience for me. We see a lot of nice comments on Facebook and from you guys, but also from all the participants. And it's really nice to see all the reactions and really thank you for that. Looking forward for next time.
Same here. I guess I have to thank people because I wouldn't have been able to go there if it wasn't for our good friends at Triumph. Coach Clyde. So, um, three groups invited me, and I feel so blessed. One was Coach Clyde, who was the first person who said we should be there, Mackie. So thank you, Coach Clyde and Coach Irwin and Coach Danny and the whole Motorclyde team. Then GM Owen. I'm so thankful because I didn't have to ride home in the rain. Because you saw me, I was lying on the grass already. I was so tired. That's a 2 hour ride home. The bike was there. I could use it. Thank you, GM Owen, for making that happen. And of course, WWR, the team of Ken, JC, and of course the production team of Gino. We got some nice shots. Thank you also for the offer, for letting us join this awesome, educational, and tiring event. And on that note, King, take us out.
All right. 29 Rider would like to thank our sponsor, Iba. Who's that?
Castrol, so world number
Number
one
one
tayo.
tayo.
Yes,
Right.
thank you, Castrol.
Of course, thank you to our guests for today, Coach Clyde, Coach Nikki Vanderspeck, Coach Stefan Morkaken, who's chilling in Palawan. They've shared a few of their hours with us. They've let us disturb them, and we wish you a great trip when you get back, Coach. And that
Thank
we
you.
hope that you
Thank
stay
you.
here. Mhm. And of course, joining us, the main man, Iba Bernardo and Maki down here. Thank you,
Finally
guys.
back.
Oo nga. Thank
No
you.
more.
There's
Thank you, guys. Those who
there's a
watched.
message here.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. They'll be back January 2025. So start.
Woohoo!
Yes.
Out, guys.
Yeah.
All
For
right,
Stefan and
January
Nikki. Yes.
2025.
Sure.
We are gonna be
Yes.
there.
Yes.
So,
Thank you.
See
Nice.
ya.
Looking forward to you.
Bye.
looking forward to
Thank you,
seeing you all.
everybody.
Bye bye.
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 Over and
Shout
out.
out Coach Erwin. Thank you. All right. Thank you.